Good morning, and welcome to the House of Common Sense. Today, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just want to speak to you today on all of these rumors going around on the internet about Charleston White. That's the subject today, Charleston White. There's a lot of rumors going around on social media saying that some girl by the name of, also known as Candy, had made some negative statements about the man by the name of Charleston White. And from what I've heard so far, it doesn't look good for neither party. And this woman allegedly is claiming that she is Charleston White's wife. Actually, maybe his first wife. And I'm going to explain why she said that. But apparently this woman by the name of Candy is a very, 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 very powerful woman. She got a lot of connection. A lot of people done work with her. A lot of people like her. And you want a future in making movies and being a king on social media, right? But you done bucked a powerful woman, all right? Which gave you a stepping stone, all right, and sort of put you on the map. But once you got out there, you sort of turned your back on Candy. All right. I believe if you had to stick with Candy, and this is just my personal opinion, everything I say here today is, I believe that if you had stuck with Candy, you would have been a whole lot more successful than you are now. All right. From what you have said out of your own mouth about this woman and the power and the pull that she had, all right, I would have been with Candy Girl, you are my world. I would have been with Candy. All right. Candy got more connection and more money than your wife, the truck driver. Now, not that I'm coming down on truck drivers. I'm a truck driver myself. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go to work. When I got to be to work this afternoon, I need to be in Cleveland, Ohio, in the morning. And right now, I'm laid over. I'm laid over in the state capital of South Carolina. So I got to get moving here in a little bit. But I want to talk about Charleston White. And from listening at the video that he made about being a low-down motherfucker. Now, that word we shouldn't use because that word derived from slavery, where slaves were breeding. The slave master were breeding the slaves. But that's a whole different subject. But you actually admitting on this particular video that you are a low down motherfucker. From what you actually saying, because you're saying and pushing it that you are a pimp. All right, that what you're doing is pimping. Well, that means ain't no love in it. Okay, and without love, you really don't have anything. See, pimping is where you are trying to get over, trying to get over, trying to get over. That's what a pimp does. A pimp is always trying to get over. A pimp is also a user and an abuser. See, a pimp is selfish. He always thinking about how much he can get out of the deal. And once he get what he want, then he'll move on. Whatever he build, he's not going to make you a part of it. But you was the one that helped him get out there and get started. They forget about you. A pimp will bite the hand that feeds him. Okay, a pimp is a user. A pimp don't have no love for anything or anybody. It's not about love. It's what he can get out of the deal. That's all they think about. So I mean, if Charleston White wife, okay, the so-called second wife, if you don't leave him or put him out of your house or separate yourself from him, there's something wrong with you. Because he actually is saying on this video that he pimping you too. Okay, that's his game, and he admit that. I couldn't be with a pimp. Now, can they say that she is his wife? And she is. According to biblical scripture and the law of Moses, a marriage was born the moment that woman consent to you and you consent to her. That's a marriage. This woman is a Christian woman. She understands marriage more than you. See, you was just fucking. Because that's what you are. You don't mind fucking somebody to get over. All right. If she took 50% of the revenue, well, what's wrong with that? She's the one to help you get the revenue. How many promoters and producers that you know will split 50-50 with you? Yeah. In most promoter, it's 80-20. She was trying to build you up. She was picking you up. She was lifting you up. She had the connection. She know the people. She had the money. You hit the damn jackpot, man, and didn't know how to act. I'd have been with Candy Girl, you are my world. Huh? I would have been with Candy Girl. I would have stayed with Candy Girl. That's what you should have done. You'd have been more successful than what you are now. Your wife, and not that I'm down in truck driver. I'm a truck driver myself. We're getting ready to go to work here in a little bit. Okay? But if I had to choose between a truck driver and a promoter, well, I choose this promoter over the truck driver, even though I'm a truck driver myself. Hmm? Candy already had millions. Hmm? Hmm? I'd have been with Candy Girl, all my world. Huh? I'd have been with Candy Girl. Hmm? You hit the damn jackpot, man, and you ain't know how to act. Cause you got a truck driver now, and not that I'm down in truck driver, but she put in gasoline. That's something I'd never do. Well, I'm a commercial CDO, class truck driver. I do flatbed. I done did tank and hazmat with tank. Okay, okay, but I don't know whether your girl what kind of tank she pulled, but the tanks that I had, she put in gasoline. Evidently, her tank might have baffles in it. Well, you don't get that much slosh. Okay. But when you pull that silver bullet, you get a lot of slosh. When she put in gasoline, she risking her life every day. You might not, she might go out tomorrow, and you might not see her no more. Because once you had a wreck, pulling a load of gas, a lot of times you have a fight, and sometimes the driver don't escape. Okay. So this girl out here, and I know she's a truck driver. She probably love what she's doing, and she's probably making good money. They pay good. They pay good money to haul fuel. I ain't never want to do it. Mm-mm. If it's flammable, and got a high flash point, I don't want to haul it. Ain't gonna haul it if I can help it. Hmm? So I mean, the woman might be good and everything, but Candy was better. Well, she didn't know how to cook, and there ain't no problem. Shit. You can learn. Huh? I can cook. We ain't gonna starve. Shit. That's a small situation right there. A woman can't cook. Yeah. But if she a real woman and she love you and she want to be with you, she'll learn. Hmm? Candy, the way you saying it, Candy put you on the map. Candy already had her shit together when you met her. Huh? Yeah. I know you fucked her. Hmm? Did you? Most likely, as whole as you are, most likely you got some, well, if you got some of that, that's your wife. According to scripture, read the law of Moses. And it said that if two people consent, mean they are in agreement, and have sex, they automatically become husband and wife. That was a marriage under the law of Moses. And Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and David. David had to marry Bathsheba because he made or caused Bathsheba to commit adultery. David, as a king, committed fornication. Okay, Bathsheba was so beautiful until David just had to have some of that, and he did, because he was the king. And back then, the king had power. If the king wanted to fuck you, you got fucked. I mean, it was wrong, but that's the way it went with the situation with David. David realized he had sinned, and what he had done was worthy of death. He had sex with a married woman, and he knew she was married because her husband was a soldier in his army. So David had to get rid of Bathsheba's husband so he could marry her. Now, what made Bathsheba David's wife? They had sex. She consented. So now David was forced to make her his wife. But he could not make her his wife while her husband was living. So David sent word by her husband to give to the captain of that platoon. And the message said that the captain was supposed to put Uriah, which was Bathsheba's husband, on the front line, knowing that there was a 99% chance that he would be killed. And the captain did as David requests. And Uriah was put on the front line and was killed. And David was able to marry Bathsheba. He then took her in as one of his wives. So consensual makes the marriage. Not the ceremony. Okay. Not standing in front of a priest or a man of the cloth. Okay, or judge or magistrate. Marriage begun the minute the two are joined together. When you are in a sexual intercourse, you are joined together. God created sex. He knows what it feels like. God probably might have had a wife. See? What God have joined together, God created human. In the process, he created sex because he gave them the power to reproduce their own kind. So yeah, Charleston, that's your damn wife. Yeah. Yeah. And you talking about suing somebody, you better be careful. That's a powerful woman. You need to be careful how you talk about her. She's a very powerful woman.